Welcome back to the HGC. It is another Dignitas match where they are showcasing why they are the best in Europe. They are up 2-0 over Method. Game 1, Method came out swinging, had a couple of moments that were looking pretty strong. Game number 2, Dignitas was able just to control the map on Tuma Spider Queen. So going to game 3, we'll see if there can be any change up here for Method.
It's going to be tough. I mean, this is going to be it is already a really tough series for them to begin with, but now they have to try and somehow fight back here. If they can win a map, that would be great for them, but it depends a lot on what do they pick now. Do they pick the map, or do they go for first pick?
Well, it is time for Battleground number 3, and we're going to see where exactly we will be going, which Battleground has been chosen, and whether or not Method wants to pick up first pick. Method has chosen to go for first pick, and oh boy. Dignitas says, okay, we got a map we like.
Yeah.
We like the aesthetic. We like winning here. We like items. We're going to Volskaya Foundry.
9-0. You want to make it 10. Go for the double digits here. Let's see if they can pull that off. Method has the first pick, and they need to make this one count. If they can beat Dignitas here, that would be impressive, to say the least. It's also not only because the map is great for Dignitas, but you look over to Team Method, and they have 2 wins and 3 losses here. So it's not horrible by any means, but there's a bit of a difference between the 2 performance levels.
It's like Santa Claus. I just don't believe in them. I don't think they can do it. They can't. Dignitas is on their level right now, man. Shutting down people in Volskaya Foundry left and right. It's going to come down to item control. I think if you are going to find a way to get a victory for a lot of our teams, usually having a surprise on the first support camp, trying to destroy your opponent's rotation, can be a window forward.
Yeah, let's wait for the draft.
Yeah.
This is one of the things. When we had, for example, Team Liquid go up against Dignitas here, they just didn't ban the heroes that I expected and allow Dignitas to get whatever they wanted. So I want to see what exactly Method's going to do. I would expect Hammer to be taken away again, unless they want to pick it for themselves. First of all, Maiev is eliminated here. Fantastic hero for the map. Dignitas plays it. But yeah, Medivh continuing the ADRD bingo. So is it going to be Avatha here on the second spot? I would expect so.
Yeah. All right, so now is the question if they're going to go for Hammer or not. Do you think Hammer is so strong on this battleground that you even first pick it if you leave it up as a ban?
It's a good question. I think you can make arguments for Hammer in the first rotation. I personally would have banned it out, so they're going for a ban on Genji. Do you first pick Hammer? I don't know. There's the Abatha ban. Hammer is going to be picked before the second ban. Urel, and now I would expect Hammer to be taken here together with
Deckard,
Diablo. Either you go for Diablo Deckard or you go for Deckard Hammer, I'd say. Those would be good starts in those.
Yeah. Can't think of anything that I would push out of for switching those out. They have held Hammer in the past till the 3rd or 4th pick, but they can't really afford to do it here with the 3rd ban.
Yeah. If you're second pick, then if you don't pick it now, then either your opponent picks it or it's likely to get banned out.
Garrosh Hammer.
Garrosh and Hammer. All right.
Wow.
So leaving Deckard Cain open.
And Diablo.
And Diablo. So we could see Method go for the Urel, Diablo, and Deckard Cain variation.
And that is an undefeated composition.
Yeah, it's 7-0.
That might just get spicy. I kind of just want it for the drama, you know? Undefeated Dig versus undefeated composition.
Yeah. But then again...
Ew.
Okay, Chromie, yeah.
Well,
it's a new Chromie, and we're having it together with Deckard Cain.
It's new Chromie with buffs. She did get buffed last week.
Yes. Does it? This feels like it's going to be not Nick's Chromie, but ADRD's Chromie. And
yeah,
this feels a little bit like they had to pick it this early because Hammer is already on the other side, so they want to make sure that it's not getting banned out. But that's definitely a pick that can work for them. Johanna is the one that gets banned out, not Diablo.
Yeah, Johanna typically pair with a Chromie.
Yeah. I mean, still, if you play it well, if you trained it, Diablo can also work.
Yeah. Just say, hey, I'm going to toss every single time you get the chance. Have your combo ready. There's Thrall. So what do you get, Dig, here? I'm suddenly wanting a Zeratul from Dig.
Ooh. With that?
Yeah. Would love it as a side laner. You could put enough pressure on Chromie, or...
But you have Blaze here for Volskaya.
Yeah, Blaze, or even an ETC. ETC would stage dive against Chromie. Get the side lane. It's out there, but It's good. I promise you. I promise. It's great.
Yeah, yours it. When it comes to that and the drafts that you think that are good, I have learned not to trust you.
It's because you're missing out.
Yeah,
Happiness.
I remember certain Brightwing picks.
That was a year and a half ago, and the
And
theory,
even then she was bad.
and the theory was still fine. The opposing team has a dive composition
Okay,
with Genji. I
let
want
me-
to polymorph when they come in and Emerald win.
How many levels were we behind when we lost? Was it 3 or 4? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I just remember your face being red. And I'm like, why are you so angry? It's just a video. It's unranked draft. Like, Brightwing is horrible. Okay, like,
You snap picked the Brightwing!
yeah, the dongle on Genji, man.
You got dungled on from that Genji.
No, our team did. There's a
Yeah.
difference. It's a team game. Wasn't my fault. I hit my polymorphs, okay? I think that was a Kelp Auspices. I think he picked Kelp. I don't remember.
Whew. That's the place that we asked for. So that was more or less a given here. The Murden and Hanzo, though, on the back end of the draft. Yeah. I mean, again, you could have gone for Diablo here, Diablo. I guess one of the problems that you have is that you have that Sukov composition on the other side. So that can really lock you down and make it a bit more difficult for you. With Muradin, you have more... You have, first of all, the ability to move away. You jump out. You have also the healing static if you find yourself in that fight outside of the Sun Circle. You have Avatar. So yeah, Hanzo taken 2.
Murden also gives you the opportunity to kind of fish out some of that cleanse being used by Sergeant Hammer herself. Get a couple of Stormwolves thrown, maybe she overuses it, and then suddenly you can follow up into a temporal loop, try to blow her up with Hanzo arrow afterwards.
With Hanzo taken, it's actually going to be a question who plays Chromie, because now I could definitely see Nick playing Chromie here, so that's definitely a chance.
Yeah.
Originally, when it was taken, AD played a lot of Chromie for them, but now with Hanzo in, AD has played today already Hanzo, he played it in the past, so we could definitely see Nick on Chromie, which I would actually like a little bit more, since he feels be more at home on the hero.
Well, we're getting it, actually. So we head in the game on the left side. Nick will be playing Chromie, Athero on Urel, Curson on Deckard, ADRD on Hanzo, and Bad Benny on Murden.
And to the right, with the 2-0 in this series. The number 1 in Europe, Team Dignitas, with Whoopi on Blaze, Snitch on Phoenix, Hoik playing on Sergeant Hammer in game number 3, JPL again on Garrosh, and Zelia on Stukov. Third time Garrosh for JPL.
I didn't know Stukov was so majestic with his dance. Did you see that? He was spinning in the circle like a little ballerina. It was awesome.
I actually didn't pay attention to Stukov.
Zelia was showing us some fresh dance moves. I'll have to show you later, I guess. Spinning in the circles.
Spin to win.
Spin to win, man. All right, we'll see how Zelia will do here. Sustain healing coming out from Stukov. Stukov also had a couple of changes, too, the last match. Some slight surgical changes. A little bit more health, I believe, is what he got. Should be looking a little bit more durable as we begin rotations.
I mean, we already have now Chromie in the setup, so Nick against Sergeant Hammer, that's going to be one of the battles that we have to watch out for, how much Poik is going to do against Nick and how many stacks are going to be coming in for Chromie here.
Oh yes, a stacking game for Chromie. Currently sitting at 0, level 1, moving straight into the mounting sand as well.
Really trying to get that stacking up.
Yeah.
I mean, you have, especially in the early game, a really stationary target whenever Sergeant Hammer is going to siege up here, so there is a lot of value they can get out of it. So far, we don't have a single one, though. No hits connected just yet, but also not a lot of brawling happening up to this point.
And that naturally also kind of builds into Chromie too, with her now needing to land her Sandblast in order to get Bronze Talon stacks. Might as well go all in on the idea. And in fact, he is going all in as we move straight into a Draconic Barrage here. Which of course increases the damage from Bronze Talons by taking an additional 100%, hitting an enemy hero with Sandblast, applies Bronze Talons to Chromie's next 2 basic attacks.
So far we have 1 stack for that, but you talked about this emitter camp a bit earlier, and this is exactly where we see Dignitas making the move. Look how Hoik positions here, so difficult to get at him. And yeah, that's a camp taken, that's an advantage already in items for Team Dignitas before the first objective even spawned.
Yeah, something about Chromie too is that her range on her Sandblast was actually reduced. So you have to kind of get used to that new changing. Also, her timing was changed a bit as well. So even if you're going for a temporal loop combo, you need to be a little bit more delayed than what you would normally be when you go into the Dragon's Breath into the Sandblast. So a lot of small changes that I'm trying to see if Nick is going to be able to deliver on. So far, hitting a total of 2 stacks. But that Sergeant Hammer, man, you can actually sit from pretty far behind, and you might not get barraged as much as you think you would.
I mean, to be quite fair, I think once we have the first objective, that's really when you're waiting for most of your stacks to come in. So
totally.
That's normally what you want here. It's just that that healing beacon, that biotic emitter, is already such a big plus for Team Dignitas that the first objective is definitely leaning towards them right now. So I want to see how that's going to go. That's definitely the one thing to watch out for. How this early game goes, because we have seen a lot of Volskaya games that can really snowball hard. And Dignitas has set themselves ahead pretty well already.
Moving into the Mobius loop for Chromie. So it looks like Q on 1 and 3 here, and then onto the 5. Dragon Beth, of course, getting the reduction and cooldown. It's actually different than what it used to be, and you also restore some mana too.
Yeah, Snitch, little trap here by Benio and Curson, but that was of no consequence. Snitch is not going to fall for that anytime soon. But here's the first objective, and this is the time for Dignitas to shine. Half a level ahead, trying to get the early level 7, setting themselves up on the control point and trying to get ahead here. Poig, of course, eating that Chromie damage as we already expected, but Nick really struggling to get a lot of stacks together. He's still sitting at 3.
Front of the point has been controlled. Bad Benny attempts to come over to contest, but shouldn't be able to break it too easily. Poig just straight up eating this damage here. Azalea keeps him healed up, sustaining through. Finally, Garrosh on that front line takes a bit of a beating and has to start backing up those bronze talent stacks with the help of ADRD. It's starting to become an issue.
Yeah, and Chromie actually starts to get some stacks together, especially to do that level 1 talent. So we're sitting at 9 stacks right now, but Urel is dead. And that's a really bad start. Dignitas is winning their Protector. Easy peasy. Doesn't even have to back off to reset at the fountain and re-tap. So they are just in a fantastic spot. They go for Bad Benny, and that's another kill secured. Double kill for Dignitas, a Protector to boot. Ouch. That's... ouch.
The thing is, too, is Chromie used to scale with their stacks, and that's been changed, too. So you can't even rely on the late game.
I mean, this is just tough. This is really, really, really brutal. Dignitas is already super far ahead. I mean, there's a reason why this team is 9-0 on this map. They want to make it 10, and it looks very, very likely. Splitting out on the map, destroying the fountain at the top lane. That's the most important part, of course, so that you have the fountain eliminated on your opponent's side for the second objective. No fallback option for them, no reset option for them. And right now, what we're looking at is a 4-man push, and then just saying, you know what, we can still get a kill here. Even going for ADRD, trying to get close enough with JPL to maybe go for a throw. Chromie at least is getting good stacks together. We are 31 by now, so the Protector definitely helped Nick to get some of those. But still, times are tough.
Yeah, full Hawkeye there. A little land a few there, 31 stacks as you were mentioning. Looking for a little bit more on the support camp. 8 is about to hit for Chromie, so we should see that heroic tab it earlier.
So when you say she went full Hawkeye, you mean she is completely useless?
Hawkeye is going to be an important member in the next Avengers, okay?
Sure.
So that's all I want you to know, all right? I don't want to spoil anything, but you're going to see how useless, quotation marks, he is when he wins against Thanos, okay? All right? I've read the script. It was good. Combo as Garrosh throws Bad Benny over the corner here. He's locked in. Ethereal comes over to try and help him out with some armor. Oh my god, it actually worked.
Yeah, well, for how long, Snitch is already there, and that's the end of the dwarf. Benny is down, and guess what? He's not going to be the only one because Nick follows. Chromie is pulling a Hawkeye, is being useless, and gets bodied.
He has a family, man. Okay?
That's why I said he didn't get killed.
And as a human that has honed his skills, he is competing with gods. All right? You quit being a hater.
Is Iron Man a god?
He has a lot of money, okay? Money trumps skill in a majority of situations. Everyone knows that.
Your logic is flawless today.
He's just rich. And he just bought the best armor in the world.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Poor Hawkeye.
Oh, Ethereal. Poor Ethereal.
Oh, jeez.
Curson with a potion at the last moment there. Really going for the babysitting. Quest completed for Chromie, by the way.
She has slowing sands here, still looking to control the point.
Yeah.
No temporal loop. Poig just dancing around with his Hover Siege. Hover Siege is fast enough where you're actually dodging out on Chromie combos. Dang.
Or Chromie's too slow on her combos. Just like Hawkeye.
Oh. Alright, we gotta remove Hawkeye from this cast.
Yeah.
Being unfair to him.
Yeah, we need to remove Hawkeye from the cast, and ideally we'll also remove him from the Avengers. But we're not quite there yet. We have the kill against Urel, though, as she gets eliminated. And I mean, Dignitas is just completely destroying here. 2 levels ahead. Excuse me, make that 3. We're having them on... I honestly really don't know what to say here anymore, because this is a 5-0 lead right now. We have no heroic abilities for Method. We have a 3-level lead for Dignitas. They're completely destroying this early game. Method's idea coming into this game completely backfired. They lost the first objective.
Yeah.
It wasn't even competitive. We had at the front Dignitas just securing the area. They have the item advantage to the biotic emitter that they took several times right now, and Method needs level 10. The problem is that even by the time that they get level 10, where they can try and contest the objective at the top side, we have Dignitas most likely in a situation where they can even think about grabbing level 13. So this is just a massive snowball. This is an avalanche that is currently hitting Method, and they somehow have to break through, and I just don't know how. They need a kill, and they need to find that one soon, because if they don't, then this game is going to be very, very one-sided.
I mean, at least they tried something different, you know?
I mean, they tried a Chromicon, but it didn't really work out as well as they were hoping for. It comes a lot of back also to Dignitas getting her favorite battleground, which brings me back to the map bans. Why don't you ban Volskaya against them? Method was more afraid of Battlefield of Eternity against Dignitas, maybe a map that they themselves don't really like recently, but it leaves Volskaya open. And it's tough to ban maps against Dignitas in the first place. I mean, they are the best team in Europe. They have only lost 4 maps. So how do you prepare for a team like this? There are no obvious weaknesses that you can exploit, but this is the best map of Dignitas, and they're currently showcasing why. Again, the fight here. Here comes the combo. The salvo is through. Gets the damage in. ADRD already on the retreat, and he's not the only one. But Benny and Kirsten are also both low. And here comes the 3-man jet propulsion. More damage in. ADRD barely surviving. Everyone on the run. Method survives through all of it, but they have to give up the objective once again.
Yeah, the Spore Under Siege 2, Protector's on its way. Now, they did get a pretty nice cushion of 93%. So with Bad Benny tapping in the middle lane, they may have one more attempt to be able to move in for the Protector. All they need to do is get a slowing sands down. The turrets are about to expire as well. We'll see if they even move in. Snitch actually thought that they were not going to try to contest and ran straight to the bottom lane.
Yeah, and now they are contesting. He actually assumed that without the level 13 talent, there's no way that Method is going to make that play. But Method is currently desperate enough that they say, if we don't make the play now, we might as well just forfeit the game. This is the only chance we have. 2 levels down doesn't matter. Talent behind doesn't matter either. If we don't make this fight happen, then we're going to fight against 16 talents, and we can't do that. So Snitch is now back. That small window of opportunity was not enough for Method to get a kill, and now they have to face a 5 versus 5 situation.
And Wubby just straight up running to the back line. He comes in for a jet propulsion, finds that Benny, locks him down, he's silenced, there he goes. Here comes the salvo as well as Nick and Kirsten and ADRD will take the brunt of the damage. ADRD falls victim as 2 gets picked off. No, make that 3. Dignitas going for a 4th, and Kirsten is attempting to get out. Looks like he will, but he lost his friends along the way.
Absolutely brutal. I mean, Dignitas is just running over them. No mercy, and they just go straight for the keep right now. 3-level advantage. Method is getting slammed into the ground. This is the bloodbath that we're watching here.
Something to note also is with this victory, Dignitas, no matter what the score would have been, they would have fully qualified for BlizzCon. So this is them showing that they are prepared and ready for it. They will be getting one of the 2 seeds that is available with this victory if they're able to earn it here soon. So Team Dignitas stomping forward, 4-level lead, about to hit level 16. And now it's just a timer of when this game ends, it feels like.
Yeah, comeback potential into this one is going to be difficult for Method. What Method needs to come back into this is they need to win a team fight decisively. But they're down 2 talents. 2 talents. 5 levels at this point.
Oh, wait a minute. They're going for an attempt on Hammer on the bottom, who is rotating out. Murden and Uriel jumping on him. Poik trying to get away. He has that armor. Constant jumping in, coming in from Athero. Poik running to his teammates. Okay, Method finds a kill.
That Method gets a kill. Dignitas get the counter kill though. They're looking for one against Athero. They're going in. They're trying to get something done here. Benny is also low. Needs to be very careful. Stormbolt comes in. JPL drops the dwarf. Athero goes back into it. Here comes the ult. That's not going to give him too much value, and it immediately counteracted as it expires. Down goes Urel. Here comes the salvo. 80 already blown to pieces. Curson on the run, healing himself. Snitch eats some of the damage of Nikia as Chromie is trying to deliver a bit more, but it's just simply not enough. A 4-level lead, still solid here in the hands of Dignitas, and a 2-talent advantage.
Next is the fort. Method trying to keep sieging away, but the shield's been bought up for Snitch. Zalia's actually trying to come in here to get the full combo on top of Nick. Goes in for the slow. That's about it there. As the fort will be the next target. Nick trying to do his best to siege away, but not finding anything. Murden is going to come around here for a big flank, but Wubby, he already saw through that. He was watching that lane, so no rotation will go on to his teammates.
I mean, 12 kills against 1. It's not going to be a perfect game. Hoik dying as they had the collapse of the 2 frontliners. 13 talent is making it a bit easier for Method to engage in a lot of these situations, but again, we're coming back to the item situation on the map and also the structural advantage of Dignitas. Only 2 keeps remaining for Method. A little bit of the remnants here of a fort at the bot lane, but that is going to be gone pretty soon once they decide to go for it. And this is the second healing pulse now to be picked up by Dignitas. They're holding at this point 4 items in this game. And yeah, Method, they have to go for Hail Mary at some point. This is a experience gap that you're not going to close.
No. You got to find a swipe on your opponent, find a mistake on them. Oh, JPL actually looking for a Chromie. Makes people get out thanks to being mounted. Had he not been, he may have actually been picked there. Next control point about to spawn for them. Dignitas already just setting up for that. And that should be the nail in the coffin too if they're able to get the control point. So Method will have to come in for an aggressive rotation. And just hope they can pull something off.
I mean, the only thing they can really do right now is you hope for Dignitas to spear.
Yeah.
If you're this far behind, 4 levels, 2 talents, sorry, 1 talent right now, it's the only thing you can hope for. Hope for them to make a mistake. But how likely is that? Dignitas is playing aggressive, but they're still not going too deep. They're playing very, very aggressive with the setup, very far forward, but they can afford to do so simply because they have Sergeant Hammer, they have Garrosh, and already we're seeing the constant attempts by JPL to get into position and get someone thrown. And there it is, the taunt follows, the immediate stun setups, the silence is there, and they go for Bad Benny and for Curson, and Curson's the first one to fall. Down he goes, another kill for Dignitas as they are looking towards Bad Benny, as they're looking towards the Zero. Murden and Urel are both pressured and have to retreat here as the third protector comes online, and now it's literally Dignitas' choice. What do they want to do? Do they want to just push for the keep here and siege forward, or do they just fall back and secure the protector?
JPL actually eating the shots here from Nick to make sure that Poik still puts some damage on top of that keep. Need to be careful though, playing with fire for sure. Bad Benny was willing to pounce in soon, and Nick was there ready for the damage. Dignitas will back up, play around that thruster cooldown, which of course will be reduced thanks to that level 13 for Sergeant Hammer.
Nice move by Athero though, stopping Wubby as he charges in and pushing him back. Phoenix has taken now the spot, so he's starting to secure the objective for them, and with more poke coming in towards the bottom keep, Dignitas is already setting themselves up to win the game here. The wall is gone, the keep has lost health. Here come Benny and Athero trying to push this forward. 5-level advantage once again, at least for a bit longer. 19 versus 14 at this point in time. Things are looking dire for Method.
70% on top of that protector. Urel gets locked down and rooted and taunted and killed and. Method just hurting.
Yeah, she's made it irrelevant here in the situation as we see Dignitas just coordinating that attack. Going for Benny, going for Curson, and down they go. Curson dead, Urel eliminated, Benny already low, the protector on the way. Team Dignitas is just slamming Method into the ground.
At the same time, the catapults hitting the core on the top, and Method can't even defend it. They have to watch down here on the bottom.
I mean, this is one of the most brutal beatings that I've ever seen in HGC Europe.
Not looking too good for them. Core exposed, armor is down, percentage falling as well. Dignitas looking for a couple of picks as well. Finds a Bad Benny. Nick able to retreat away, but the core becomes the main focus. Team Dignitas is going to destroy the core, win 3-0 over Method, and secure one of the 2 slots to BlizzCon.
I mean, that honestly just feels bad.
Man, yeah.
That was pretty... Game 1, Game 2, Game 1 in particular, there was a lot of situations where you can argue, okay, that was a bit unlucky for Method. Dignitas just played it well. There was a small advantage that they had. It was a snowball. Then Game 2, there were also a few moments where you could really see where at least the composition kind of came together, but Dignitas playing too well, and Game 3 was just an absolute storm. I mean, that was a brutal beating that Method just experienced at the hands of Dignitas. And again, you go up against the #1 in Europe.
Yeah.
It is by far the best team that we have here. But boy, was that tough to watch.
Yeah, Dignitas able to get the big win, but with the Game 1 in this series, I got a little hope for Method going into Sunday against Fnatic. Fnatic should be the real match, the one that they should hope or at least attempt to be able to get a victory on, or at least push it to the limit. Again, there's always that caveat. You're playing against Dignitas. The moment they get angry, you're going to get shut down. I could see you going, okay, we're going to lose the series already, giving up a little bit.
If you have a double weekend, you definitely have to focus most of your attention on one match. And if you look at facing Dignitas and Fnatic, the game that you will prepare for more is the game against Fnatic, simply because it is a direct competitor.
It's a tangible result you can get.
Exactly. It's a direct competitor, and at the same time, it's also more likely that you have a chance against Fnatic than that you're all of a sudden going to take down Dignitas out of nowhere. So, yeah. But still, that was tough.
Not much more to be said. Again, Dignitas just shutting down the opponents left and right. And of course, they have secured a slot to BlizzCon. Expected for all of us, but it's officially done here. One of the 2 slots they'll be able to grab. We'll get a full placement, I think, next week from them. If they're able to get the win, they'll have first spot. But still, Team Liquid trying to nip at their heels on the side there. So we'll go ahead and prepare for our next couple of slots. We have 2 more available, and we'll be seeing who will be in the second slot in, and of course, the third one will be for the playoffs. Let's go ahead and move over to Snitch, it looks like, who is here from Team Dignitas to celebrate his victory. First off, man, congratulations on your 3-0, but another congratulations. You guys have now officially qualified for BlizzCon. How happy are you, man?
Wait, we have?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like the beginning of the phase. Didn't they just give us the tickets?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not meant to talk about that. Sorry. Yeah. Qualified for BlizzCon. Wow, feels amazing. Really excited to play in California once again on the world stage.
Jokes aside, seriously, man, this is the goal that you and your team have set out from since last November. Like, you gotta have some pretty sentimental feelings about that, right?
Yeah, it feels really good actually to play the series and that we have, not dropping a series, or at least, in this part, performing really well.
Yeah.
Growing every single week and every single day. It feels like it's a really great experience, and I'm glad that we've reached the first step to being world champions.
Honestly, there's another goal too that I need to know that you're still fully committed to. And are you still fully committed to that goal? You know which one I'm talking about.
Poik's gonna sing, and it's gonna be beautiful.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't have to say it.
So amazing.
Can't wait.
Like sirens and how they like lure you in with their songs. Poik's very similar.
Like a nightingale.
I am looking forward to that.
Same thing.
Dang,
exactly.
Man. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Stay on track for that. I'm gonna send you over to Caldor.
First of all, I mean, congratulations. You guys played again really clean. But I have a couple of questions when it comes to map choices, because it's one of the things that baffles me a bit. First of all, are you surprised that teams don't ban out Volskaya against you?
Not particularly. I think every team has kind of tried banning something different against us, and it kind of doesn't seem to matter. I think we're confident enough on almost all maps that I think teams kind of just ban the map they feel least confident on, rather than trying to target something that we're super good on.
So when it's one of the things that actually confused me a bit. But with you guys, it's a little bit different, but I really want to hear your perspective on it. Because when we're talking about the map picks and map bans, oftentimes you would expect that you study your opponent a little bit and you're trying to not go for a massive mismatch in your opponent's favor. Now again, you guys are way ahead of the curve, so I feel like no matter which map you go for, you feel confident. But one of the maps that was a bit surprising when you just look at statistics and when you look at past performance was that you guys went for Tomb as your second pick, because it's the best map that Method has, and at the same time for you guys it's your worst, where you have 2 wins, 2 losses. Does that even figure in for you, or do you just feel like no matter what you feel confident on just because you're so far ahead of everyone else that you can play whatever? Or would in a situation where you feel you go up against a tougher opponent that have mattered to you, that you say, okay, let's do something else here, let's pick another map instead?
I mean, in the past, we've had a favor to pick our weaker maps anyway, because we like getting them out of the way and getting like better draft rotations on our stronger maps. But I don't think that was really the aim today. I think we're still just very confident on Tomb, even if the statistics don't truly show it.
Yeah.
The games that we lost were like the Fnatic game, for example. We had full control of the game the whole game, but we weren't able to close it out. Like, I think, we've always been very confident on Tomb, and I think, teams have banned it from us even like I think we're not too concerned just because it doesn't look that great statistically.
How much do you feel is that an aspect though for teams that are closer to each other? Because we, again, like for you guys, it's a bit different because you're so far ahead. But when you're looking at past performance, for example, when you were much closer to Fnatic or someone else, you said that sometimes you want to get a weaker map out of the way because you expect it to be played in the series first. But is that something that you guys, from a preparation perspective, still looked at as a team when you're going up against a tough opponent in past phases where you said, okay, how do we structure our series, or is it something where you just like from the flow of the game try and pick what currently feels right?
No, I think it's definitely the earlier one. Like even at mid-season brawl, we were still doing it. Like against some of the Korean teams, we would just have like sacrifice maps where it's like you take a map that you don't necessarily think you have a good win chance on, but maybe you can clutch it out. It's like a 50-50 map. We definitely have had those in the past in series, and it's definitely still something that resonates with us when we are playing against an opponent that we think is very difficult.
Okay. I mean, again, you guys played really clean today, so congratulations to the win. And yeah, still looking forward to Poig's beautiful voice and also your guys' performance at BlizzCon. Oh, maybe one thing. How much do you feel? How much are you going to tease Rich for losing to Miracle now that they dropped that series?
Oh, it's so embarrassing, actually. That's 2 parts in a row that Gen.G have lost a series. So I'm not saying it looks bad, but it looks really bad. So, free win at BlizzCon, as usual.
All right. Thank you.
You might be free to talk smack right now, but on Sunday, you're facing off against the Monkeys. Are you scared of Alex and the boys?
I mean, the only thing I'm scared of is that, Alex's chat is going to make fun of him when he loses as hard as he does. So I'm trying to save Alex some face. We might make it look a little bit close so Alex's chat thinks he did well. Because I really like Alex's community, and I think it'd be really sad if they turned on him, in these dark hours.
What a generous person.
I mean, the saving grace for you guys is that it's Alex, the Pro G, playing on the other side, and not Alex the Pork,
That's
because
true.
we know that
not
guy,
the Porg, yeah.
the Pork is actually a beast, and you might be in trouble if he played for the team.
It would be very dangerous if they subbed in the Porg over the Prog, because everybody knows that Porg greater than Prog.
Yeah.
So that's just math, really. Yeah. So we're very fortunate that it is, the Prog and not his alter ego.
All right, man. Well, we are looking forward to you playing on Sunday. I'm going to let you go. Give us a wow wave before you leave.
Shout outs to my team, Team Dignitas, and our sponsors, Wowie for our Discord. Shout out to Shrimpy. He might not be able to argue that he beat us, but at least he can say he had a better record against Granite Gaming. See you all on Sunday for our next game against Monkeys, and we'll be back for more HGC.
Dignitas getting a 3-0 victory and also qualifying for BlizzCon, a big win for them. Snitch a little savage today.
Definitely. Also, we have to explain that little meme with Pork and Pro G here quickly. So Alex has a very entertaining stream that he runs, and for some reason there is someone on Europe that created... an impersonator that created the account that is... It's nearly the same, but not quite. So instead of Alex the Pro G, that guy went for Alex the Pork, and it's apparently a Smurf account of a pro or something, or it's likely at least. And every time Alex ends up in a game with that person or against that person, the chat goes wild as who is better. And Alex has a really good track record losing to that guy.
The Pork is dominating.
So yeah, that's where that meme came from. Snitch was very active with that too, and Alex is still wondering who exactly that person is.
It's Caldor.
Yeah, exactly. It's, wasn't supposed
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have told you guys that. Let's go ahead and check out the schedule tomorrow so we can forget about what I just said. Tomorrow, more matches coming at you, and we start off with a massive one.
It's gonna be so good.
The Heated Leftovers going against Team Liquid, who is trying to continue to hold on to that second spot, especially with Method having some losses lately.
And even Game 2, Granite Gaming against Roll20 is another important one, since these teams are not confirmed for the Crucible yet. Roll20 still has chances of moving out here. They take down Granite Gaming and they win against the Monkeys. All of a sudden, there's a good chance of them moving out of the Crucible range. So that's something that they're going to try and start tomorrow. So those are 2 super important games that we have in Europe.
Well, over in North America, Team Freedom and No tomorrow, and then Elephant Esports taking on Endemic. Endemic, with a recent role swap, has been looking pretty strong as well. So Saturday evening, Saturday morning, and Saturday day. Looking awesome here for the HGC, so make sure you tune in tomorrow, because it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it definitely will be. I mean, today, very clean-cut matches that we had already can look towards Sunday a bit with Method versus Fnatic is going to be important, but tomorrow, that Liquid versus Leftovers here, that should be fire.
All right, well, we will look forward to tomorrow. We're all done here in HGC Europe. Let's go ahead and call it a day. Up next, HGC North America.
over the wave. We have to take the fight now. And Dignitas is just simply moving away from it. They're saying like, yeah, burn your heroics, that's fine with us. But there they go, and they might get JPL this time. They're going for him again. The Tornado comes out, the salvo, but the bunker is saving him, and Phoenix falls. And crucial in this fight, and I have to stress it again, was that Whitelane didn't have the CC. Now she herself falls too. A double kill. Dignitas just goes in. Method is falling apart. They had to take the fight, but they didn't have 13, and Dignitas punishes them.
This bunker and Tornado combo has been shown by Dignitas time and time again.
Now they're trying to force a fight, but Dignitas can walk away. And again, Method is in a defensive position because of the situation.
Slow straight on top of Nick, and he gets completely destroyed. There goes the bunker as well. But JPL doesn't mind. He steps up, sidesteps the lightning breath. He gets focused down. Taunt comes out. Heals are coming in from Curson. Will it be enough? Wow, Bad Vinny is still alive, but ADRD might not be so lucky. He's able to warp away on the bottom left, but Method is bruised back.
Yeah, Benny goes down here. They're going for Curson here. That's the harsh discipline coming through, but of course that's not going to be enough. Curson still falls.
Aggressive play, see if they can catch someone that might be rotating too far. And Athero got himself caught out.
Yeah, the Tornado, not great. The root. What a fantastic setup here for them. Again, the Ring of Frost dropping the bunker. Hyperion is in, and there they come, the kills. Benny is down, and Whoopi is going for Curson, trying to take down Deckard Cain.
Combo as Garrosh throws Bad Vinny over the corner here. He's locked in. Athero comes over to try and help him out with some armor. Oh my god, it actually worked.
Yeah, well, for how long, Snitch is already there, and that's the end of the Dwarf. Benny is down, and guess what? He's not going to be the only one because Nick follows. Things are looking dire for Method.
70% on top of that Protector. Urel gets locked down and rooted and taunted and killed and. Method just hurt.
Yeah, she's made irrelevant here in the situation as we see Dignitas just coordinating that attack. Going for Benny, going for Curson, and down they go. Curson dead, Urel eliminated, Benny already low, the Protector on the way.